Shakeup for Georgia elections. A judge just ruling that the process to elect Georgia utility regulators discriminates against black voters.
So right now, all 5 public service commissioners are voted on statewide. In Georgia, more than half of all voters are white. Under 30% are black. And attorneys are arguing using a statewide voting method dilutes the impact of ballots cast by black voters.
CBS 46's Crystal Bowie live in Atlanta explaining the next steps.
Rick and Sean, what this now means is that Georgia has to actually go back to the drawing board and figure out a new method in order to vote in these PSC commissioners. What that also means is that no new commissioner will take office until that is determined. For Briante McCorkle, it has been an uphill battle.
As activists, as organizers, especially around climate and racial justice issues, we don't win. We don't win often.
McCorkle was one of the plaintiffs who filed a lawsuit against the state, saying the at-large method of electing commissioners for the Public Service Commission violated the Voting Rights Act. PSC commissioners determine a lot, including the price for telecommunications, electric, and natural gas services.
It really felt important that we had real representation on this commission.
Right now, the entire state elects 5 commissioners on PSC who represent 5 different districts, which means, for example, someone living in North Georgia would vote for a commissioner in South Georgia, even though that commissioner doesn't represent their district. The judge ruled that the statewide election method dilutes the power of voters, particularly black voters, to elect their own representatives. The Georgia NAACP is overjoyed with the decision.
Strong step towards protecting the rights of many Georgians around the state, and it reaffirms the power of the Voting Rights Act to make sure that the state does not entrample the rights of minorities, but particularly African-American voters.
McCorkle was emotional, finding out the state will now have to pick a new method to vote in commissioners.
I shouted and screamed and laughed and cried all at once. It was an overwhelming wave of emotions, you know.
Nonpartisan political consultant Fred Hicks says this will make a big difference in the outcome of elections.
Oh, it's huge. It's a huge victory for the average everyday voter, particularly those here in the metropolitan region where.
Well, it was supposed to be District 2 and District 3 commissioners that were going to be on the ballot this upcoming November. But because of this ruling, they will not be on the ballot until a new election method is determined. Hicks, the political consultant, also told me the 2 commissioners in District 2 and District 3 will remain in power until the new method is decided. I also reached out to the Attorney General's office to find out if they will be filing an appeal. They told me that they are still reviewing the order. I also reached out to Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State's office that oversees the election. He declined comment. Reporting live in Atlanta tonight, Crystal Bowie, CBS 46 News.
Thank you.